Hey there, me again. Hope everything is going well in your world. I just wanted to pop on here really quickly and give you an update, which is we are going to run another round of the Project Reboot online course. Now, we've done two of these so far, and I've worked with 29 students now from six different continents. So it's really cool how global the community of students that have participated is. And the results thus far have just way surpassed my expectations. We've had a number of students cut their screen time by 4+ hours a day and maintain that improvement for weeks or even months. And I'm just itching to get this out to more people. I want to be cautious about not growing it too quickly. And I'm only broadcasting this to the people on this YouTube channel still. So it's still very, very early. But I think we're really getting to the point where we've nailed down what I view as pretty much the optimal process to reset your tech habits. So, for context, I'm somebody that struggled with screen time for years, and I went through a lot of different attempts to try to get my time down on Instagram and YouTube in particular, and none of my attempts worked well whatsoever. Maybe I could get Instagram down for 1 week or YouTube for a couple of days, but I just kept finding myself slipping back into the same old habits. And I've been on a mission for the last few years to figure out how to break out of that cycle for myself and then also teach other people how to do it. And along the way, I've realized there are really three key things that you need in order for an attempted screen time reduction to be successful. And that's context, clarity, and community. So by context, I mean just a really good understanding of what problem you're facing. And this is super important because for a very long time, when I was trying to reduce my screen time, I was actually focused on the wrong problem. I thought I was addicted to Instagram or to YouTube and that deleting those apps would be the right solution. In reality, I was addicted to escaping discomfort by seeking distraction, and Instagram and YouTube were just the shortest path to that. And then on top of that, I wasn't aware of all of the psychological tricks that social media was using to keep me scrolling. And it's taken a while to figure out how to reshape my relationship with discomfort and boredom to regain control of my devices. Second, there's clarity, right? A lot of the times I would try to resolve this, it would just come down to me deciding, you know what, I need to make a change here and I'm just going to delete this for a week and see what happens. It's not a bad place to start, but unless you have a more structured approach, it's very unlikely that that's going to be successful. So this is really what I've been focused on figuring out over the past few years is what is the right structure? What's the right formula to go through to incite a tech transformation? And what I've landed on is these 4 steps: reboot, rethink, redesign, and retrain. So reboot means doing a temporary break from all forms of distracting technology while focusing on reshaping your relationship with discomfort. Rethink means really taking some time to clarify for yourself what is your ideal relationship with technology? What are you working towards? Because it's not just getting rid of everything entirely, right? You're not going to delete all forms of social media and all forms of entertainment indefinitely. Ideally, we want to strike a balance because there are ways in which these add value to our lives. So getting really crystal clear on what does it mean for you to get a good deal out of social media platforms with the understanding that you're paying for them with your time. That's absolutely critical. The third step is to redesign. That just means taking some steps to minimize the amount of willpower that's required to be intentional. Because you can set all the intentions that you want, but technology is designed to be addictive. So it's really difficult to make those intentions a reality unless you make some changes to your physical environment, your digital environment, and your social environment. Now, those first two categories, those are super easy ones, right? You can move your phone charger. In the program, we talk about all these different settings changes and whatnot that you can apply to your devices to make them less tempting to use. But the social environment, I think, is really where the magic lies. Because if you're trying to go about this on your own, it's incredibly difficult. It's like trying to walk up an escalator that's going down. Because if you've fallen into this addiction, a huge part of it is the sort of the inner monologue that you have, the story that you tell yourself about your screen time. For most people, it's a story that is filled with shame and self-doubt. I think it's very common for us to just assume that our inability to lower our screen time is purely a result of things that are wrong with us. I felt broken for multiple years when I was struggling with this. And only through having conversations with other people that are also struggling with the same thing was I able to realize, oh, this is not just me. This is not my fault. It's nothing to feel guilty or ashamed or insecure about. It's something everybody's struggling with. And just vocalizing the challenges that you're having and telling other people the intentions that you have for changing your screen time and having them hold you accountable, that is in a lot of cases the missing link. So that's the third key, which is community. And we're really focused on cultivating this in Project Reboot. We've got weekly check-in calls where people from all over the world who are struggling with this come together. They share updates on what their screen time's been like for the last week. They call out challenges that they've had. We collaboratively talk about ways to overcome those challenges. And it's just been a beautiful thing. In the process, I mean, I've become really good friends with a number of the people in the community, and I've watched them become friends with each other too. So all that is to say, I'm just really pumped on what's going on in this corner of the internet. And if you found your way to this channel, I would love for you to find your way to this community and experience the program. So there's a link in the description of this video that you can click on to get more information on how the program is structured. I just published a new webpage on this that explains all of it. And then there's a video application that I'm going to ask everybody to fill out in order to determine who gets a seat in the program. I was doing these one-on-one Zoom calls. They were awesome. It's just hard to schedule all of them. So these asynchronous videos are a little bit easier. So if this sounds like something that could benefit you, if you feel like you've been struggling with your screen time for a while and you want to make a drastic change, regain your focus, reclaim your time, please click that link, and we're launching the next round of the course next week. And I would love to see you on that kickoff Zoom call and get to meet you. All right. Thanks again for being here. I appreciate you.